Hi everybody, today we're going to take a look at the new quick capture setup. This got changed in June 2025 and so I needed to make a new video to show you how you do it from here. So the first thing we're going to do with all quick captures is we're going to go to content. Remember, this version does not start by creating it in the actual application. You have to do it from this page. We're going to go to new item and we're going to create our own feature layer. We're going to define our own layer because we're starting from scratch. We don't have a template, we don't have existing features. We're going to define our own from the beginning. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to select our categories for what we want our quick capture to be about. So the options are point, line, polygon, multiple, or table. So we're going to look at doing a point and a line today. But if you want polygon, just know that that's there as well. So my first layer is going to be a point layer, and I'm going to have a look at amenities. So I'm going to look at going to a park and finding what amenities are in that park. The next one that I'm going to add is nature. And again, I'm going to leave that as a point layer so I can pinpoint any time that I see an insect or a bird or a mammal that might be in the park. Last but not least, I'm going to select tracks, and I'm going to turn this into a line because I want my tracks to be line data, not point data. Once I'm happy with my categories, you can add as many or as few as you want. I'm going to go ahead and press next and give my form a title. Save it in whatever folder you might want to save it in and simply save it. So far, everything about this is the same as what we've previously done in the past. However, the next bit is the bit that is different and the bit that we will need to go through from start to finish. Okay, so once you've created your feature layer, it will open like this. It will open with the overview. Now, the first thing that we need to do is actually start to create some data for us to collect when we're in the field. So we're going to go over to the data tab on this blue ribbon, and we're going to start adding our fields appropriately. Now, this is the bit that has changed from June 2025. So this is the bit that you need to understand moving forward to learn how to create a quick capture. So our layers are still the same. So we've got amenities, nature, and tracks. Their layers are dropped down there, okay? And we're currently in the table location, which used to be looking a little bit different. And we've got the fields location right here as well, which is underneath. Now, we still need to do the same process of adding our field. So it's now located on the right-hand side here where it says add field. So I'm going to select add field. Now, this is the new bit. So we need to select what data type our fields are going to be stored in. So if we're doing anything with numerical value, we can use numbers. If we're doing dates, we can use dates. I wouldn't suggest using global identifiers for anything that you guys might need to do, but text is probably the one that you're going to use most of the time. So for example, I'm going to use text, and you can see that that is alphabetic characters, okay? So using our language. So I'm going to select string, and I'm going to go next. From here, we're going to give our field name. Now, this is the same as how it used to be before, but the box just looks a little bit different. So I'm going to simply call it amenities, and the display name, I'm also going to say amenities. Once I'm happy with the field, I'm simply going to press add field. And you can see that my amenities is now added to my fields. Now, again, this is another bit that's slightly different to before. We're going to go ahead and click on amenities. And to create our list of populating amenities, we actually need to go get started. So press this get started button. and simply enter the values. Okay, so we're not trying to find any values, we're not trying to import any values from a CSV, we are simply entering a list. So we're going to press enter values and go next. And here it's exactly the same as it used to be now with creating a list. So with this being a string category, we can do it with just using the same word rather than previously when we had to do the code 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can simply add the same, or you can still use the code structure 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 if you find that easier for you. I'm just going to do a few in this example just to show you. But you can add as many values as you like. So you simply just keep adding values until you've got all the categories that you want in your amenities list. Once you're happy with it, go ahead and click save. And we are just going to repeat this exact same process for the other two layers. So I'm going to click nature, make sure my tab's on fields, add field, text, string, click on my nature field and go get started. Enter the values, and now we can just add our values. Etc, 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 just like we did before. Once you're happy with it, go ahead and save it. And last but not least, I'm going to do track. I'm going to choose string again. And for this one, I'm only going to do one, press get started, enter my field. I'm just going to do walking track. You could do this for a transect or something if you wanted. You could do it whatever you wanted to do. Biking trails, 4x4 trails. But for this example, I'm going to leave it like that. Once I'm happy with all of my fields and my lists that I've added, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I've saved it. And I'm going to open it in the visualization tab on the blue bar. Once this is opened, I need to go over to the layers, and there are my 3 layers that we created in the form before. I simply just need to click on each one, go to my styles option, and select the field exactly the same way you would when you're creating a map in ArcGIS Online. Now I can go in here and change each of the icons one by one, depending on the symbol that I might want. In this case, I might use a water drop. Okay, make it a bit bigger. Playground. I'm trying to do this quickly, but I'm sure there's a much better playground option, but I'm just going to choose that one just for being quick with this demonstration. And recycling bin. Once we've done that, we're going to do the same for each of the others. So we're going to select the field, making sure that we're setting up what we want. Now, again, we can go ahead and change these icons one by one, the same way that we've done in the previous example, I'm just going to go ahead and accept them the way that they are for now, just for time purposes. But we can see here that now we've got it all saved and ready to go. I'm going to go up to the top left here and press save. Perfect. And then I'm going to simply open Quick Capture using the little waffle pod at the top and make sure that our Quick Capture application opens. I'm going to head over to New Project, start from an existing layer because we simply created the layer a minute ago. So the Quick Capture example 2025, that's the one I just created. So I'm going to select that and make sure that the Create button from Layer Symbology is checked. I'm going to press Next, give it an example title, and create the project. We can see now that my icons have been transferred over from ArcGIS Online. If I would have changed these, they would have been changed as well. But from here, I can still do a lot of things with it. So I can click on bird, for example. I can change the appearance, the text, the shape, the size, the color. And if I really wanted to, I could actually add an image from the gallery here. So I think conservation, I can add an image of a bird right there. And you can see now that that has been added, and I can do the same for all three. If I want to get a imagery icon available so that they can be taking pictures in the field, I simply click on the one that I want, or I could select all three if I wanted using the Shift button. I go over to the Data tab and I simply allow Show Camera. And now you can see all three of those have got the camera icon and will be persuaded to take a picture when they are using this in the field. Once you're happy with it, you go ahead and save it. And you can share with your organization, and you can share the link by QR code like that. So I know there's been quite a few updates with Quick Capture recently, and I hope this makes sense. Feel free to email me if you need any more help with Quick Capture. But in a nutshell, this is how you go from A to B with creating a Quick Capture in ArcGIS Online.